Okay. Hey guys, my name is Kelly Holland. I'm an H&FE major, and at the moment I'm planning on going to vet school, hopefully. So I'm going to be talking to you guys today about grooming, pets in general, mostly dogs. So actually, first of all, before I get started, how many of you guys have pets? Yeah. Okay. How many of you guys like saving money? Yeah, everyone's hand should be up. Okay. Okay. So basically what I'm going to be talking about is how to properly and safely groom pets with skills like brushing, bathing, blow drying, and clipping nails, and how to do it safely and restrain and everything. So why groom your pet? So first of all, it's really expensive to go to a professional groomer and get it done somewhere else. In 2014, $4.84 billion were spent on grooming and boarding alone, so it can just be really expensive. It also keeps them healthy. Like, for example, if you have a long-haired dog, you really want to make sure you're brushing it every day, because if you're not, it could get matted and tangled, and it's really painful for them when you try to get it out. So it keeps them healthy and clean, and everybody likes being clean. So, and it also gets them used to being handled, so if you take them to a vet's office or you do end up going to a professional groomer, it just gets them used to being restrained and handled by different people. So, so the first thing you want to do, I could have had a real dog here, but I figured that would be kind of time-consuming and messy, so I have this lovely guy. So the first thing you want to do is check for abnormalities, and the reason you want to do this is because if anything is wrong, you need to tell your vet. Like if you see a bump or like a tick or something, it's just important to know how your animal is doing in terms of next time you go to the vet, you can say, hey, I found this lump on him, that's concerning. So that's the first thing you want to do, you just kind of feel around, not too much. And then the second thing you want to do is brush. You just kind of, yeah, I'm not going to completely do it, but you just kind of brush through, make sure there's no knots or anything. It just makes washing a lot easier because you won't have to worry about it when it's actually wet and in the tub. It's just a lot easier. So the second thing you want to do is obviously bathe it. So you would get it in a tub of some sort. And the first thing you want to do actually, and I don't have it with me because I didn't think about it, but you want to put eye drops in if you can, because there's certain eye drops that help. If the soap got in their eye, it would just really help with not, making them be in pain or feel it or anything. So that's a really important thing to do. The next thing you want to do is shampoo it, obviously. So what you want to do when you're shampooing it is start at the neck, because if they have fleas or anything that might be on them, they'll all run to this, and we call this like the flea collar kind of a thing, because all the fleas and everything will run up to where the soap is, and the soap will kill them. So it's just nice to start there, so that way anything that's on them will flee. Anyway, so you just kind of wash all around them. I can't really do it now, but you make sure you rinse them really thoroughly. And something that I didn't mention before is really, really important is to restrain it properly. Just make sure the dog's not going to jump out or go anywhere, because it can hurt the dog and it can hurt you if they jump on you or something, especially if it's a big dog. So the second thing you want to do is obviously condition it. I think this part's pretty much optional, but it just helps with the smoothness, and if you do brush it later, if it got any maps or anything, it just helps get it out. So you just want to basically do the same thing. I don't think starting at the neck is a big issue for this, just because hopefully that issue's already taken care of. But so condition and everything like that. And like I said, just remember to restrain properly, and that's still not working. So the next thing you want to do is dry it. So you would towel dry it first, which I brought one to demonstrate, but I'm assuming you all know how to towel dry. So you just want to do that first. It just kind of gets off all the excess water and everything. And then you want to brush it again, just to get any remaining mats out before you actually blow dry it, and then you're going to blow dry it, which again I obviously don't have, but I also have a handout about clipping nails, because this is actually the hardest part of it, so I'll pass that up. Has anybody clipped a dog's nail before? Okay, cool. So there's actually part of the dog's nail that's called the quick, and we have them too, but they're just obviously a lot easier to see. I'll give you one too. Basically what the quick is if you guys look at your own nails, for an example, the part that's actually on your skin and on your finger is what's considered the quick, and then the part, like the white part that grows out of it, is what is the nail, so that's what you would cut. With dogs, it's a lot different, and a lot of times you can't tell exactly where it is, so you just have to be careful about where to clip it. It's kind of a struggle, which is another reason why I didn't want to bring a real dog in here. But the most important thing about this, besides noting where the quick is restraining. And basically what you want to do, there's something called lateral recumbency, and that's a really big word. But what you do is, like, if this dog was standing, or like laying down, you would reach behind it and grab its back paws and then kind of slide it down. So you're restraining the neck so it doesn't like reach up and bite you or get angry or something. And you're just restraining it all around so that way you can clip the nails. And normally it's done better with another person, depending on how big the dog is. I had a struggle coming up with something for you guys to do. So Emily, my roommate, actually had the idea of doing pipe cleaners and like quick practice kind of a thing. So it's really cheesy and I'm sorry, but I was just going to pass out scissors, and on your diagram you'll see that you need to cut it at an angle so that way when it does grow, or whenever you do clip it, it won't affect how it like walks and stuff, if that makes sense. So it's really cheesy and I'm sorry, but I wasn't really sure what else to do. I don't know if you want one. So I have some scissors and some actual nail clippers to pass around if you want to practice it. But what I'm going to do is, you're just going to, whenever you do end up clipping it, like I said, you're just going to want to do it at like an angle. And I'll pass them down. Sorry, I only have two because, anyway. You're just going to want to, this is a really bad example, but you just kind of want to cut it at like an angle a little bit, and it shows on the sheet exactly how to do it. But, sorry, I don't have more scissors or anything. But, yeah. Yeah, so just, and the red part is supposed to like signify the quick, just because especially if they're black nailed dogs, it's really, really hard to tell where it is, and so you just kind of want to do a little bit at a time until you can tell where it is. And also each time you do clip the nails, the quick recedes, so if you happen to get like a stray dog or something whose nails are like really long, if you cut it a little bit each day, the quick will eventually recede, which is different than ours, so it'll have like short nails again. So I hope that made sense and that everyone got a chance to practice. But so the biggest things to remember again is just to restrain, because it not only helps your safety, but it helps the animal's safety so it doesn't jump out of the tub or injure itself in some way, because that has almost happened before. I actually worked at a grooming place once, and my friend and I were grooming, and it almost jumped out, and we were like, no! So it was properly restrained, so it wasn't an issue. But that's why you need to restrain. And then also brushing often, like I said, if you have a long-haired dog, it's just a lot healthier for them if you just brush them pretty much daily, actually, because they won't get mats, they won't get anything like that, and they'll be not in pain when you have to do it. So, and then we did the practice. So, are there any questions? Yeah.
Do you have any advice for dogs that have like really black nails, or, like really thick nails?
Just start really, like, don't go super far into the nail, because that is typically where the quick is. Just kind of, and that's one of the reasons I didn't want to bring a dog in, because I haven't done it in a while either. But you just kind of want to start, I guess, really like outside and just kind of slowly take a little bit off each time. Mm-hmm. And normally, like, it's difficult to do. Like, if dogs have white nails, it's so much better because you can see the quick and you'll be like, oh, okay. But yeah, just take off a little bit at a time and don't go overboard because you don't want to quick them. But if you do quick them, there's something called Quick Stop, and it's like this powder that you just use to put on their nail, like Petco and stuff has them. So just go slow. But anyway, are there any other questions? So that's all I have. Thank you for listening. Sorry, I was nervous.